Week number 77. We are at week 3 weeks. 3 weeks left until week 80. And what are we? Where are we at? Okay, unfortunately guys, I'm just maintaining. Okay, that's how disappointing this is. Okay, I just maintained my weight. I didn't gain weight, thank God. I just maintained, okay, because food. I love food. I love eating. So yeah, it's still hovering around. My waist is still hovering around 28.5, sometimes 28.8, so I'll call that 29 inches. But the main change I'm seeing gains in the gym, okay, which is very good for a natural lifter like me. Okay, this is 40 kilos per side, so 88 pounds plus 10 each side, so plus the bar is 10 pounds, so that is pretty significant. Okay, still doing the volume thing, the half volume thing, heavy, low volume or lower volume. I'm trying to keep my volume the same. Actually, that's too heavy. That's why I removed the I can't feel it on my, you know, on the muscle group I'm working on, which is the rhomboids, the lats, the rear delts. I can't go up. As you can see, I'm tired. I'm already tired. So I'm setting up, and the position of the bench here, that's why it's not going up well, is it's not aligned. Okay, it's a little bit, you know, going to the left. So you'll see later that I'll adjust it as I go. So this is some seal. As you can see, that's the problem when you're not really looking at the angle of the bench, of where you're sitting at. And I also weighed it. So I weighed it. It's around 80. I thought it was just 75. My mistake. So the lesson is you have to be sure of your weights. Okay. So I didn't know. I thought it was just 75. I thought this is the greens. Okay, we have a green plate, and I thought that was the 80-pound one. So I was wrong. This is the 80-pound one. Actually, on the other scale, that scale you saw earlier is a new scale, but on the other scale, when we weighed it, it's around 88 pounds, 40 kilos. So I did, I think, 5 or 6 reps per set, or 5 reps, 6 sets, something like that. So that's set number 3. That's set number 2. This is set number 3. And the floor is not that leveled, so it's higher on the right side. So what I did to fix that, you know, to just for the sake of muscle balance, I do it, you know, facing the other, you know, the other way around. So and I repeated it on the first 2 sets on that side, that front side, and the second 2 sets are on this side. So if 5-5 is the goal in the bench pressing movements, in the opposite of it is this, the sail rows. So I'll do 500 more volume for this seal rows. So more volume on the rows than the bench. So my main movements now will be 6 bench, rows, OHP, pull-ups, and the hip hinges and the squatting. So 6. And again, that is followed by the weak points, you know, the smaller muscle groups, which are the calves, the neck, and the bicep peaks, the side delt, you know. So that's what I'm focusing on the smaller muscle groups. You know, that's how you basically a good basic foundational program should have those 6 movements. Okay, 2 verticals, 2 horizontals, a hip hinge, and a hip hinge plus a knee bending, which is called squatting. Okay, so horizontals 2, push and pull. Vertical 2, push and pull. Get it? And then the hip hinge, which is you can do good mornings, you can do deadlifts, you can do hip thrusts, and then squatting. Okay, squatting is just a hip hinge with some knee bending. Okay, so if you want a good program for that, okay, you check out our programs in our description down below. So any program that teach you how to master those movements and progressively get strong on those movements is a good program. Okay, even if it's a bodyweight program. Okay, that's why it's so general. Horizontal push, horizontal pull, because you can also do that bodyweight style. What is a horizontal pull? It's an inverted row, right? Or if you're stronger, a front lever with rowing. Okay, so this is a form of horizontal rowing, seal rows, and I think one of the most effective free weight back exercise. Horizontal pulling. Okay, horizontal pushing is the bench. Okay, which is what we are trying to focus on this phase. Okay, May, June. Okay, May, June will be a fat loss phase. A fat loss phase again because we failed on the first January, February, March, April. You know, we're eating a lot. It's not really. It's supposed to be a fat loss phase, but we you know, I'm too relaxed. I'm too, you know, I'm too undisciplined. I think it's a good muscle gaining phase. So to look at it on the other perspective, but that's not my goal. Okay, I'm already satisfied with how much muscle I have. I want to be leaner, like, you know, before. But I'm still thankful because I'm not rebounding. Okay, I didn't also bounce. Rebound is when you get back to your starting point or worse. So it's called a rebound. A bounce for me is when you get to your desired weight and you gain a little bit. And then you gain a little bit, but not all the way through your starting point. That's a bounce. I didn't bounce, I didn't rebound, I just maintained and got stronger. So on a muscle gain standpoint, that's good. I think I'm a bit more, you know, I'm better at gaining muscle, at, you know, gaining strength than losing fat. Okay, I think that's my problem. Opposite of the hard gainer, you know, skinny guy problems. Okay, skinny guys they're very hard to train. I'm training a lot of skinny guys now, and they are skinny guys and skinny fat guys, and you know, they just can't get PR sometimes, especially on this, you know, pushing movements like the OHP. You have to structure their programs that, you know, requires more rests, you know, take their time to recuperate and really recover. And what I notice is they just don't eat that much. They look like they eat a lot of carbs, but that's just one meal or maximum 2 meals. After that, they just drink some coffee and they just don't eat that much. Okay, food is not that enjoyable for them, unlike me. Okay, so what you saw there is some OHP, still the staple, same weight, high reps, rest pause, dog crap training style, like this pull-ups. So my training today is 1 horizontal pull and 2 verticals. Why? Because I missed a workout again. I'm missing a lot of workouts now, but I'm not worried because I am what I did is more important than the gym sessions, life stuff, so the problem really is the intake, the food intake. That's why it's a challenge for me. This is really a challenge. Almost 2 years or 3 years of really, if you look at it on another side, I am far from the starting point, but I should be hitting that 27 and maintaining it. Okay, the fun part is maintaining. How can I maintain that lower amount? I think the key is the habits. I am not honing in the eating habits, and I'm getting there. So I am not gonna get this at week 80. I'm sorry, guys, but I will not stop. Okay, I will not stop hitting this 27-inch challenge. Okay, so pull-ups here, even if it burns, I'm still going the properest the most proper form possible, even if it already hurts. Okay, next is neck curls. Again, same weight. I strained my neck, but I think I am I'm just gonna go for 20 plus reps from now on. I'm not gonna increase weight here. As you can see, I'm struggling. This is a rubber, so later you'll see I'm gonna use those slippers to guard my forehead because it hurts. Okay, so I get that and I guard my forehead with it. Okay, so neck curls, high reps. Again, same old. This is gonna be the training for the rest of the year. I think next few weeks I'm just gonna show you the highlights, the big movements, but the isolation work, you already know what I do. If I introduce a new movement because of boredom, then I'll show it, but the main factor here is the contraction. I really feel this on my neck, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Okay, so it's hard emotionally when you're not really on track of your goals. Sometimes I'm being honest with you guys, sometimes you just thinking of stopping, and you're lazy. You become lazy. I did it before. I'm not gonna do it again. So I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep going until I find what really is my sweet spot. I already know what works for me. The problem is just sustaining it, maintaining it consistently for a long period of time. Okay, so I know my numbers, I know where I respond to well, which is a good amount of, if you think about it, that's a good amount of data, and it will make you progress. So the vegan thing, I'm still trying to hit it, but you know, there are some extras like this, so I didn't resist, because sometimes my mom cooks, I cook, my brothers cook, but I'm still doing the vegetable thing. I'm always hitting my fiber, which is one of the good habits I'm proud of this phase. You know, I think that's the main reason why I'm maintaining my weight now, because I'm still keeping the habits, you know, the good habits of eating veggies, hitting my protein, and the thing that gets me off track is this, you know, the extras, the fats and carbs. Okay, as you can see, I'm always cooking here, so it's temptation. I think I'm gonna, you know, back when week 70, you know, go to that video, I am really confident that I can get this at week 80, but it turns out I'm just really starting, and it's already been 8 weeks, 7 weeks. I'm just starting to really be disciplined on the macro calorie side. Okay, training, most of the time it's been disciplined. Another problem is, you know, you are distracted with the job and the family stuff, responsibilities. So sometimes, many people do this, I see this all the time. The stress you feel, you know, when life hits you, you put it on food just to bring you comfort. You know, you eat a lot. So that's one of the things I'm proud of this phase. I didn't gain weight, I maintained my weight, even though I'm kind of stress eating. Today is horizontals and squat day. So horizontal pull, horizontal push. Let's go. You're gonna see back-to-back sixes. Okay, 6 sets of 6 on the rows and 5 sets of 6 on the bench. So why am I doing rows twice a week? Well, I'm getting aggressive. It's lagging compared to the bench. I want it to be as heavy. You know, my rows are as strong as my bench. You know, I know it's a bit strict because this is no help rows. This is seal rows in the first place, and if you compare it with the bench, look at the angle of the bench, it's inclined. So it should be, when you convert it to rows, this incline level of the bench, when you convert it to the rows, it should be standing barbell row where you can use momentum. Okay, but I'm trying to get strict with myself, and I want to be stronger at rowing anyway, so I'm gonna be pounding on the rows as long as it's already recovered. And today it's feeling good, it's already recovered, so I hit it again. I didn't film the squats because, you know, you already saw that, and this video will be too long, so it's the same, you know, burn sets of 15 and then 3s or 4s, sometimes 4 sets of 10, just, you know, 40 reps total, you know, on the squat. So yeah, so as you can see, I used the greens today. That's a bit lighter on, that's 75 pounds each, so meaning that's 160 pound, and this is a 200 pound bench. So look at the difference. Okay, so I want it the same, 200 pound bench, 200 pound rows, seal rows in particular. Okay, so This is back to back, almost no rest. So why am I doing this? It's a horizontal phase. I'm gonna call this the horizontal phase. I'm gonna go 8 weeks of this April, May. No, not April, May. May, June of horizontal phase, meaning getting this up my horizontals, especially my horizontal pull. That's why I'm doing it almost twice a week. Okay, sometimes I'm gonna do once a week, but you know, I make sure it gets strong the next time. If I'm in the gym, I'm going for that machine, that neutral grip, hammer strength row, okay, with the scapular retraction. Same weight as my bench, high reps, 12, around the 12 rep range, which is where I feel my back most. So I'm gonna alternate that if I have time, or I have, you know, a PT session at the gym. I think I might go, you know, I might go for the machines. But for most of the time, I'm gonna concentrate on the eating and, you know, lifting this like routinary phase. You know, it's gonna be a routine. I'm not gonna think of what weights to use, what phases, what volume. I'm just gonna, you know, use the same amount of weights and the same amount of reps all throughout. The focus is the nutrition. How can I fix my nutrition to get me to that 27-inch goal? Okay, that's the plan for the next few weeks. Horizontals, focus on the diet, almost on the diet PRs. I didn't hit any diet PRs for around 5 weeks now. The vegan project is not going well. I just did the vegan project plus, you know, around 1,000 calories, so it doesn't work. It doesn't balance, you know, the days that I really splurge, you know. So really need to get that discipline up. I'm saying this for months now, and I'm still not getting that moderation, that discipline I need. I'm always on the extreme side, extreme dieting and extreme splurges. So still thankful I'm maintaining my weight, doing it that way. And that's how I think nowadays, because if I just, you know, think of my failure, I might lose the drive. That's why it's so important that we don't, like right now, I'm not really motivated. So it's important to really not rely on motivation, but rely on consistency of habits. Because even if your motivation is not there, you're still gonna do it, you know. And the problem is, I didn't, you know, master the habit of maintaining the 27-inch. I didn't get there in the first place. So I'm just gonna keep going. I think that's one of the no-brainer ways of really going for a goal and really getting a goal. And if you're not really getting towards that goal, I think that's the way, you know. You just do it and do it and do it until you get there. That's why they call it the grind. Okay, I even have days now where I, like, you know, after these sets of rows and bench, I'm thinking I don't want to squat anymore, because that's not my focus. My focus is the diet. So the training is also affected mentally, because you're not getting the goal. Okay, so it's important to really build habits because habits will keep you going. It will keep you you won't rely on willpower anymore. It's just automatic. That's why you see people that are naturally lean, they have established habits of eating less than they burn. Either they move more or they unconsciously eat less. At first, of course, it's going to be conscious. You know, everything is really hard because you're consciously tracking everything. But if it becomes a habit and you're eating the same things over and over again, that's my goal on this 27-inch. Okay, I'm not getting there as fast as possible. I want to get there and stay there, which is, I think, I'm accomplishing on this 28-29 level. Okay, so I'm not being too hard on myself because I will lose drive. Of course, the disappointment is still there, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, so yeah, that's it for week 77. See you next week, and I think we have vacation next week, so I'm not gonna be able to train. Okay, bye bye. See you on the next week. I hope you learned something.